I've drawn the graphed the function f of x equals 2x minus 7x squared, which is this downward opening parabola. And then I've assumed that there's some point on that parabola that we can draw a line from the origin through that point, and it will divide the parabola, the area under the parabola, into two equal areas. Now, what we're ending up saying is that the area of this region right here, area 1, equals the area of region 2 plus the area of region 3. And I'll make note of the fact that if this point on the parabola b, f of b, if we want to calculate or determine what the equation of that line is, it's through the origin, so it'll be y equals the slope of that line times x. The slope of that line is f of b over b, but f of b is 2b minus 7b squared. So f of b over b is 2 minus 7b, which is what this is right here, the slope of this line. So that I called that g of x. So now we want to set up an equation that relates the area of 1 to the area of regions 2 and 3. Well, the area of region 1 is the area from 0 to our target point B. We're trying to figure out what B is, actually. And that'll be the area under the parabola. Take away the area under the straight line, which is kind of, I skipped a couple calculation steps here. So here's the area of the parabola. Take away the area of G under G of x. And I actually distributed the x here and then performed the subtraction. That's how I got this. That has to equal the, and by the way, I left out the dx's here to kind of condense it, but I'll just mention that. The area of the region 2 is the area from 0 to b under g of x, but g of x is 2x minus 7bx. Again, I left off the dx. Plus the area of the region 3, which is the area from b to 2/7. How do I know that this is 2/7? Because I solved this equation for x when y equals 0. So 2/7 under f of x would be under 2x minus 7x squared. And then the idea is to perform the integration. I did the left-hand side just to give you the idea. Term by term. Here's the antiderivative. I see that the x squared and the minus x squared cancels out. If I substitute b in for x, I get minus 7/3 b squared plus b in for this x minus or plus 7/2 b cubed. And if I put 0 in for x, I get minus 0. And do the same thing on the right-hand side for each of these definite integrals. And you'll have an equation involving just the letter b. Solve for b. I ended up getting something like b cubed equals 4 over 7 cubed. So b equals the cube root of 4 over 7. And you can verify that. Now, that's not the answer to the question. The answer to the question is, what is the slope of this line? Well, now that we know the value of b, we can substitute that into f, and then f of b over b will give us the slope of that line. And I actually, after simplifying, I actually got the slope of that line to be equal m equals 2 minus the cube root of 4. And so I'm going to include a link to Desmos graph that created this graph here, and you'll see some of the other calculations that I did. Okay, there you go.